shadows of my mind. The memories we can't erase, the love we left behind. But I feel it in my heart, the flame that never died. Even though we're worlds apart, we can't let go, we've tried. Hold on, don't let go, we can find our way back home. Hold on, let love show, in the end we're not alone. Time has passed, but I still care. Your touch, your voice so near. In the silence, you're still there, whispering in my ear. So I'll keep holding on, through the nights and through the days. Our love will make us strong, in so many ways. Hold on, don't let go, we can find our way back home. Hold on, let love show, in the end we're not alone.
Oh, yeah, Brainiacs. Aye, aye, aye. What is cracking, everybody? Manic Monday here on the Matrix Minds. I was going to say it's going to be Manic Monday on the Dumpster Fire broadcast, but we got that really fired up yet. That I can tell you right now is coming soon. I've been kicking that around for almost about a little over a half a year. Yeah, something like that. But nevertheless, this is the kind of shit right here that's going to be in the dumpster fire, because what's going on in Hellywood? Oh, man. You got rats bailing ship. You got everybody tattling on everybody. Diddy's list, Epstein's list, Maxwell's list. Holy shit. Tonight, we're going to be joined with Miss Michelle Nobles also. We're going to chew up all kinds of this politics, Hollywood bullshit. So nevertheless, Brainiacs, don't go anywhere. Share this broadcast, share this podcast, share the Matrix. Let's have some fun. We will indeed have some fun. By the way, Department of Defense, welcome aboard.
We're living in a world of smoke and mirrors, lost inside the twisted game. The deep within we feel the shivers of a truth they cannot tame. Neon lights and coded lies try to keep us hypnotized, but the film begins to tear, and we're breaking out of their snare. Reality is spinning, the truth is descending. We're tearing through the great disguise, seeing past the grand illusion, breaking free from all their lies. Welcome to the matrix of minds. We see through the shadows, leave the lies behind, breaking the fabric of reality's hold. We're the matrix minds, brave and bold. In the digital storm we stand tall, unveiling secrets they can't hide. The power crumbles, we watch it fall, as we tear through their divide. Electric whispers in the night try to keep us from the light, but our spirits won't be chained. Through the chaos we've reclaimed, reality is spinning, the truth is descending. We're tearing the great disguise, seeing past the grand illusion, breaking free from all their lies. Welcome to the matrix of minds. We see through the shadows, leave the lies behind, breaking the fabric of reality's hold. We're the matrix minds, brave and bold. Of the digital age, writing our own story, turning the page. Through the circuits we find our way, in the matrix we'll seize the day. Reality is spinning, the truth is descending. We're tearing through the great disguise, seeing past the grand illusion, breaking free from all their lies. Welcome to the matrix of minds. We see through the shadows, leave the lies behind, breaking the fabric of reality's hold. We're the matrix minds, brave and bold. The matrix of minds. Together we rise, we're the wants no fight in this digital realm. We're taking a stand with the matrix minds hand in hand.
Yeah, Brainiacs. You ought to see Miss Michelle Nobles on this side of the thing. She's just not laughing. She's bopping her head. She's jamming out.
I'm jamming.
She was till I killed that music.
You did.
I did. Well, if I didn't do that, you'd have feedback.
Oh, I can actually see the comments. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool.
All right. So what's cracking, Miss Michelle? It's been a minute since I had you on video like this.
I know it's been a minute. This is my topic, so you better have had me. This is my point of expertise, if you will, because I've been doing this a lot of years, and we know it's coming out now for a reason. It's funny, you and I were having this conversation yesterday, and I said the question that I've always asked is, how did Cat Williams, and we're going to start out with this, how did Cat Williams know that 2024, because he started dropping bombs like in 2023, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I apologize if I go out of the screen. On mine, I look right in the middle, but I can't do anything about that. Sorry, guys. But he started dropping.
Hi, Michelle. Hi. Everybody's like, hi. What do you mean who?
What?
What do you mean who? Everybody.
Oh,
Everybody be
hi,
like,
guys.
hi. She'll be like, hello.
Hi, Morgan. Hi, Tina.
Can you not read
I
that?
don't know. Well, I
Bring-
got old eyes.
There.
I got old eyes. I got to squint.
How,
I got to get up real close and I got to squint.
how's that?
But
Maybe you can
I
see
had
that one.
Friday. Oh, that's better.
Yeah, you see that?
Hi, Rose.
No,
Hi, everybody.
Not just,
Okay,
you get
so-
the other screen. There we are.
So Cat Williams started dropping in 2023. Well, back in the day, he did an interview. Sorry, I got a note. It's no itchy nose. Sorry. Allergies are crazy right now. No, I don't have this COVID. I don't have that. It's allergies. Okay. But he was on the Larry King show. This was a couple years back. And he said, and Larry King liked to do this 20 questions thing with his guests. And he wrote out a bunch of questions and then he would ask them. And he got to this one question and I went, well, there's our clarification from our conversation. I got it today. And he asked him the question, what is a gift or a talent that you have that nobody knows about? And he looks right at him and goes, I'm clairvoyant. And Larry King just stopped in his tracks. He didn't even take a breath. He goes, I'm clairvoyant. And he's like, you're psychic? And that just answered our question of how did he know it was going to be in 2024? And he knew it was okay to drop. And he told us in his skits and stuff for years, but it was jokes, right?
Right, it's just jokes.
It was a comedy routine, right? But truth is always in comedy, right? So when he started doing it and Jaguar Wright got involved, we learned about things on a whole different level, a whole nother level. And the one that I posted today is actually it's a large part of her and a large part of me, because I knew half of it, but I didn't know the other half, because I knew he had gone to Diddy's.
Hello and welcome.
Right?
Yeah.
He was 13 years old. He went to Diddy's for a year.
Right.
So he got reeled in. He got groomed. He was a victim. Then he got groomed. And then he became a predator. And if you'll notice right now, he is singing like a freaking canary. He wants everybody to feel sorry for him because he was a victim of Diddy's. And he did what he did just to survive. But he really thrived, though. He took him victims.
Oh, yeah.
So how
yeah.
could you know what I mean?
I do.
So when you look at certain stars that never became predators, like Britney Spears, you've got Whitney Houston. Her daughter was taken out the same way as she was. She was trying to warn. You ask Jaguar Wright who the most evil person in Hollywood is. She doesn't even hesitate, and she says Clive Davis.
Yeah.
He is literally the most evil person in Hollywood. And if you think about Bill Cosby, I just saw her do an interview today, and this is going to be a tribute to Jaguar Wright. She is owed an apology. She has had her name defamed. She's had people hunting her down. They falsely arrested her. They tried to take away her life as she knew it to be because of what she was doing, and she outdid them all. Because, and this is why when people, I love you, like you and other people, you got to be on the down low. You got to protect yourself. And I'm like, no, I don't. Not anymore.
See, that's what I told Johnny Enoch. That is what I told. Well, in fact,
not anymore.
Let me tell you something, okay? That dude has got brass balls dipped in gold, and I love him for that because
you have to.
He has been on the Travel Channel. He has been on the esoteric teachings on Gaia. He has, and the dude's my boy, man. I mean, I love him because he follows in the footsteps of Jordan Maxwell, and
right.
Jordan has taught him so very much. And,
Jordan was no BS either.
Oh, Jordan was
straight from the hip.
You betcha.
I loved him.
So knowing that I've got Johnny in my corner, I'm glad because I think that me and him together. He even told me, he's like, when that other other ship sinks. You and the Matrix, we are going to go places. So
exactly.
It's amazing that he's willing to not take that buyout bullshit, and then come to me, who is friends with him and have known of him and dealt with him, and as well as everybody, a lot of people over there. It's crazy to me that things are lining up. Okay, I'm watching a sinking ship in the media industry.
We all are.
Yeah.
It's not just Hollywood. It's the New Age community. It's all the sex trafficking and the sexual misconduct is going to come out. All of the just everything. And I'm losing words out of my brain tonight. They're trying to keep me. They're trying to keep me from talking. Is what it is, and I'm not going to let them.
Oh well, look, I got something I want to share. This was done in 2020, and you know who Ricky Garvis is?
Oh, I saw it live.
Okay,
I love this.
I'm gonna have to share this audio, so you may have you may have a little bit of feedback at the moment, but I'm gonna get everybody over here. This is the 2020 Ricky Gervais roast Hollywood at the 2020 Golden Globe Awards. And for any of you guys that did not hear this is just a little 3 minute 10-second clip. So I want you to pay attention to what Ricky says here.
Hello and welcome to the 77th Annual Golden Globe Awards, live from the Beverly Hilton Hotel here in Los Angeles. I'm Ricky Gervais, thank you. You'll be pleased to know this is the last time I'm hosting these awards, so I don't care anymore. I'm joking, I never did. Let's go out with a bang. Let's have a laugh at your expense, shall we? Remember, they're just jokes. We're all going to die soon, and there's no sequel. I came here in a limo tonight, and the license plate was made by Felicity Huffman. So, no. Shush. It's her daughter I feel sorry for. Okay?
Shit.
That must be the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to her. And her dad was in Wild Hogs. No one cares about movies anymore. No one goes to the cinema. No one really watches network TV. Everyone's watching Netflix. This show should just be me coming out going, well done, Netflix, you win. Everything. Good night. You could binge watch the entire first season of Afterlife instead of watching this show. Spoiler alert, season 2 is on the way, so in the end, he obviously didn't kill himself. Just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up. I know he's your friend, but I don't care.
Ow!
It was a big year for paedophile movies. Surviving R. Kelly, Leaving Neverland, Two Popes. Shut up. Shut up. I don't care. I don't care.
See their
The
faces?
Irishman was amazing. Long, but amazing. It wasn't the only epic movie. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, nearly 3 hours long. Leonardo DiCaprio attended the premiere, and by the end, his date was too old for him.
Oh, man.
Many talented people of colour were snubbed in major categories. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that. The Hollywood foreign press are all very, very racist. So we were going to do an in memoriam this year, but when I saw the list of people that had died, it wasn't diverse enough. It just, no. Apple roared into the TV game with a morning show, a superb drama, yeah. A superb drama about the importance of dignity and doing the right thing, made by a company that runs sweatshops in China.
Oh.
So, well, you say you're woke, but the companies you work for, I mean, unbelievable. Apple, Amazon, Disney. If ISIS started a streaming service, you'd call your agent. If you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and...
Oh.
So...
All right, man.
It's already 3 hours long.
You just can't. That's the shit right there. You just cannot make up, man. That,
Live from the Beverly Hilton Hotel
Damn
here
it.
in Los Angeles.
That's what I'm saying, Michelle. That is
Yep.
some good shit, and that's like literally, that is. I mean, he just dropped it. You know what I'm saying? It's fun. It's funny. You can't help but laugh at that shit.
He knew he was done, and he was, like he said, he was going to go out with a bang. And that's the only way you could deliver a lot of that stuff is through humor. Like when Cat Williams would do his stand-up, when other people do their stand-up, that's how it gets done. He dropped the ball on a lot of it, and it was all done in jokes. It was all done in humor. The thing you've got to remember, though, this has been going on a long time. Look at Bill Cosby. Everybody knows him as the villain. And Jaguar Wright did an interview about him. He started out the victim.
Let me make you not you kind of the way I had your screen. You looked you were like 4 times bigger than you are. Meaning you looked.
I know. I'm trying to go the right
it's
direction,
okay.
and
I'm trying.
I'm opposite.
It's all right. Yeah,
I know you are.
That's okay.
It's like
It's all right. I'll just stick Ava beside you. How's that?
Jesus.
I
Go
will.
ahead.
But no, I understand exactly what you're saying, and that's what's the funny part is they've been doing that for a while now. I think it started with George Carlin. Do you remember that?
Well, it was before him, even Robin Williams.
Oh yeah.
When he was doing stand-up, he knew what was the deal. Why do you think he was such a manic depressant, alcoholic, drug addict?
Oh, what were you talking about, Robin Williams?
Why do you think
Yeah,
he did
man.
the same thing? Shit. Oh, excuse my French. He did the same stuff. I can name you names. Why do you think Andrew Dice Clay was the way he was back in the 90s and late 80s, 90s, early 2000s?
Right.
Why do you think he disappeared from the scene?
Well, let me say something on behalf of the music industry, okay? I've been playing music primarily all my life. And shout out to every musician in the audience. We all know with what's going on right now, okay? I hate to say this, okay? But I seen something that fucked me up, and that is that I seen my boy Tommy Lee, the drummer for Motley Crue, at one of his parties. Okay, I'm like, what? Oh my god, dude, you don't even like rap. I mean, okay, so and then let's go back.
Steven Tyler.
Well, here.
What you call it? Stephen Perry from Journey. Steven Tyler from Aerosmith.
Well, let's look at all. Let's look at all the ones that have committed suicide. Let's start with Chester
you got
Bennington.
David Lee Roth. He looks horrible now.
Oh,
David Lee Roth. He's awful now. You've got the ones that have stuck out who were heavily involved, like David Bowie.
Yeah.
With Iman.
Right.
She's a monster, apparently. She's an absolute monster. David Bowie, and he did that really cryptic video stuff before he died. His last album,
Right.
I want to say it was. And then you've got. Sorry, I opened another soda can. Hold on.
You're right.
I can't chain smoke, so I'm going to chain drink.
You're right.
But it goes far back as the Brady Bunch, Partridge Family. You've got Desi Arnaz was horrendous. He was horrible. You've got Rock Hudson, the Rat Pack. Go way back.
She just naming names. Listen to her ass. She's just dropping names. I mean,
I've been at this for decades.
Yeah. See,
I've been at this for decades. You just know looking at him. Look at today. I bet you I will give you any amount of money. Hugh Jackman, now that he's divorcing his wife, who is his agent as well, he's going to come out as either gay or bi, one of the two. You know he is. You've got Luke Evans, who is a performer as well. He's going to come out. You've got the Sheens. You've got the Baldwin family is monstrous. All of them. The Baldwin family. Haley Baldwin is Justin Bieber's handler.
Well, I think everybody's got a handler, okay? And this is.
But that's why they match certain couples, like Nicole Kidman and Keith. What's his face?
Whitley.
Whatever her husband's name is, she's his handler. She's a high priestess.
Man, I mean,
her father's a pedophile. She's been in the club since birth. She's royalty, pretty much. He had to go out of Australia because they were going to arrest him. He was in politics. He's a big deal. And so he left the country because they were going to arrest him for pedophilia. So you've got all these people. You've got Betty White. Don't get me started on Betty White.
Oh, I know. You know, that's the one right there. That's right there is the one that screwed Melissa up. Betty White. I'm serious. This is the one that fucked her up. Betty White and Dolly Parton.
Yep.
I'm like, man, I get it. You know, and here's the thing that a lot of people forget is it. And Melissa, I even told her, I'm like, if they were to offer me 25 million, 50 million, number one, well, here's the thing. I guess it would all depend. It would all depend on what I would have to do. You got to understand, I have been beaten down. It's like there's a dude that's trying to get me to like work with him and things. I have no problem doing that. But I've gotten taken advantage of doing this in the last 5 years so hard. I'm almost. I mean, if someone really threw me enough money, I would probably take it. Only to do one thing, and that would be to build the platform to expose what money was given to me. I mean, this is where me and a lot of people don't jive. But man, I don't have a pot to piss in. Okay, and it's because of this. I'm being honest with you.
And I'll be honest with you. There are different levels. Okay, in my research, here's and this is only the tip. I don't know the really deep, dark secret behind the scenes stuff. I'm not a part of it. Here's what I know from my research. When we talk sacrifice, when you sign on the dotted line, you are given a choice, basically. You're basically questioned. You're like, they want to know how far up do you want to go? How big do you want to be? Do you want to be a super athlete? Do you want to be a major politician, rock star? Where do you want to go in your career, right? Depending on the level of sacrifice that you make. Now, some, if they just want to be in the acting business, this is what I've seen, and this is what I've taken notes on and compared it with different actors and actresses. Look at the ones like Charlize Theron. There's other ones that have adopted. Look at Madonna. Look at Angelina Jolie that have adopted kids from Africa.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Charlene cross-gendered hers. Pink. Hers is cross-gendered. So maybe instead of offing a very close family member because they just couldn't do that in themselves, but they had to make a sacrifice to Moloch and to Baphomet. Okay, they
yeah.
had to. So to cross-gender a child is saving their life. Look at Will and Jada Smith, or Jaden and Willow Smith. Will Smith is a huge monster. He's a freaking monster. Okay, I don't care what anybody says. He's a monster. Look at what him and Jaden or Jada have turned their kids into. Jaden goes to Diddy parties. He's in like Flynn with Justin Bieber. They're little buddies. You've had boys running out of Will Smith parties, screaming and running half naked out of there, trying to escape. That's courtesy of Jaguar, right? And where she goes, I will go to those parties to try to rescue the kids that were forced to be there.
And
so she goes and gathers her intel and gets it, and then she can rescue the kids.
And I think
that's why they're after her so hard.
Right. And I think that's what's about to drop.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
It is.
I truly believe that is what's about to pop. But again, you got where I'm at. I would take that money, or I would. Johnny had asked me, "Would you sacrifice yourself?" And I said, "I absolutely would. If I could utilize that money to expose everything, so that people would literally fucking see what I'm telling them, what we're telling them. Look, Michelle, I guess I would be. I would definitely do it. I would definitely sacrifice myself to humanity to no degree, dude. I mean, I would. I really would.
Let me give you this scenario. Since you said that, don't shoot the messenger. Don't get mad at me. Okay, because I'm going to be real with you now. What if you have that in your mind, and they offer you all this money, this stuff, and you're like, I'm going to sacrifice myself, and you get in there, and they completely change you against your will? What if you had signed on the dotted line and you did not read the entire thing? There were clauses in there you didn't know what it said, or you just didn't take the time, or whatever. What if they were able to get to you in a way that you signed yourself over, but you never got to do your goals of what you wanted to do?
Here's the thing. The moment they give me that money, okay, we're going to start a completely different shell matrix. Okay, and I'm going to give it to you, or I'm going to give it to Larry, or I'm going to give it to Morgan, or I'm going to give it to somebody. Because if I do get into that situation, I'll be another Chester. I don't give a shit. Okay, if it comes down to me sacrificing myself for all of these people, I'll fucking put a bullet in my own head. Okay, you all will be left with what we created. So you continue. I'm sorry. So you go ahead and continue the momentum. I've already did my job. My ass is going to somehow, some way get with some people, and again, consider myself. I try to consider myself a fucking dentist. Let's find the problem at the root, down by the bone, okay, and jerk the goddamn tooth right out, because that's what needs to happen. And I don't give a shit if it exposes cackling Kamala Harris. We already know she was in bed with what was it, Williams? Montel Williams is all involved in all that bullshit with Oprah. Come on, man. The apple don't fall too far from the tree. That fucking vegetable garden over there is going to be the next shit show. You're going to see a bunch of rats jumping ship.
Oh, yeah.
I would absolutely fall for them.
And it's
for everybody.
It's hard because how they're playing this is, you got to be careful. It's because it's a distraction. Look at the timing of it, of when it happens. and how it's happening.
Sure.
So you have to keep in mind it's a distraction. You cannot, absolutely cannot, and I'm going to tell you all right now. This is why I do it. I can detach. I do not get emotionally invested, emotionally involved. This is just information.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot let it devastate you. You cannot say, oh, my life is in shambles now because I found out about my hero. Why do you have these people as heroes?
True. Absolutely true.
Why do you have these people as heroes? And when this stuff all comes to light, this is why I always preach about being in balance and don't be all one way, don't be all the other way. The true chaos is balance, because you can go either direction and you can do what needs to be done and you're fine because you have detached yourself, but yet you can still do your job. So as I'm looking through all this intel and going down these dark places, I have to remember that and keep that out of there.
Look at all this.
And
Look at what Earl said. Can you see
I
this?
can't see. What do you say?
He says, look at
Read it
all of
to
the
me.
CEOs stepping down.
Yes,
Yes.
this has happened. Atlantic Records is in shambles. Sony is in shambles. You've got 23andMe was every board member just stepped down from 23andMe.
I feel no
And-
remorse to these son of a bitches. I really
Yeah,
don't.
and the owner of 23andMe is married to the dude who owns Google. So 23andMe and Google are in bed
Are
together,
you talking about
literally.
Susan, whatever, Catface, whatever?
Whatever her name is.
That's YouTube.
She's married to the dude that owns Google.
But she owns YouTube.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So see, I did learn something. So and then I was talking the other day about Ancestry.com was also being sold, and Teresa reminded me it started years ago. The process, I guess, it's just getting finalized, but they're being sold to Blackstone, who I don't even know who that is. I got to do the research on that. But they're being sold. All that data is being sold to Blackstone. And this is, I feel bad for anybody who's done Ancestry.com or 23andMe. I feel bad because you basically signed away your DNA. So when all this stuff drops, and people want to get famous, they want to have these big careers, they want to be a famous athlete, they want to do all these things. Just know you're going to be called to make a sacrifice, and there's different levels of sacrificing. You've got some country stars who's had a baby die and their mother or father die. Their sibling died in a car crash, all within like a month of each other, because they want that hit. They want those millions, and they want that career, and they're willing to sign over whoever to get it.
Yeah.
Then you've got the inverting. So if you just say, I'm going to sacrifice myself, so you become inverted, and that's your sacrifice to Baphomet.
Oh, well,
Okay.
we didn't
And
say
then-
jack shit about Baphomet.
Yeah, no, this is your sacrifice to Baphomet.
Right.
So either you've got to sacrifice somebody else, you've got to sacrifice yourself, or you can turn your children. So you turn them the opposite gender and raise them that way. Those are the three main ones, and I'm sure there's many more, but those are the ones that I've come to know. There, of course, is the MK Ultra Monarch Butterfly programming. Look at Britney Spears. She never got away from it. She remained a victim. Look at Whitney Houston. She remained a victim. I had in my mind a couple others to talk about that. Justin Bieber has remained a victim. He has not gone to the way of predator yet. He is recognized. He's a mess. That kid, I don't ever see him getting enough to be completely healed of all this unless some miracle happens, because who knows the horrors that kid has been
Right. Yeah,
And
me and Melissa were
and
just talking about that today.
and who knows what it would take to put him right again. I have no idea. I have no idea. As someone that comes from an abusive background, as a survivor,
Right.
as survivor guilt, I got the emotional damage that took me decades to write myself. And only because out of sheer stubbornness, because I'm not going to walk around with all that hate and anger and all of that in me, because that's not healthy. And when you can recognize that stuff, and sometimes all you just need is somebody to listen so you could get it out. But sometimes you need serious, real help.
Counseling, of course.
Counseling, real help. You got to be able to trust who you're going to help for, so that they're not in their pocket too.
Right.
How do you know they're not going to F
You
you up
don't.
even more?
You don't. You don't. You don't.
You don't.
Because
And that's why I did it all on my own. Because I didn't trust anybody when I was in LA and young and having to deal with all of this.
This rabbit hole, Michelle, is going to be so deep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you've got people that, like I said, it bothered Melissa about hearing about Betty White and Dolly Parton. Okay, I mean, we know these. Even she knows these things, but it still bothers. Yes, it still bothers you because of this, right? I mean, we grew up loving these people, knowing nothing about this, right? And this is where humanity is at. Is finding out, and you're like, oh, okay. So I thought,
and you got to process. Look at it from yours and mine, because we've been doing this a long time. Think of how it was back in the early days of internet, and we were trying to expose certain things, and we basically got laughed off the internet. Like, don't come here with that. Nobody's ready to hear that.
They weren't.
And people weren't ready to. Even in 2012, I started doing it again actively. And that's when I got heavy down the Pizzagate rabbit hole. Ashton Kutcher is Mila has stepped away from Ashton Kutcher because she knows the axe is going to fall. And that is one side of him she cannot handle. And he is heavily involved. That's why he did the Save the Children thing and went and talked to Congress and all of that stuff. That's their front. That's their front. So nobody could ever dream that they're the opposite. She up and left him. She's bye-bye. She said, I'm not going to be caught in all this. I'm just not. So as all this drops, and I'm sorry I can't see the comments because my eyes are just like, they're all jumbled together.
oh, jeez. How about this? Can you see better? Can you see this one? I'm bigger screen.
Let's see. You know I'm old. Oh, that's better. Okay, you know I'm old.
That's right.
It's my
Now I
eyes
just
are
gotta
terrible.
move. I gotta move girly out of the way here. But yeah, I mean, you're right.
No, that's fine. That's fine. So because
wrong
it's
one.
hard, because this is part of our awakening process, and this is the ugly part, and people don't want to deal with it because it's ugly. But you got to have the bad with the good and the ugly with the pretty flowers and the love and light. This is why I harp on balance, because there's so much evil in this world. And this is why people can't understand why I'm the way I am, because I fight the dirty with the dirty.
Mm-hmm.
I get my hands dirty. And people don't understand that. A lot of them don't get it. And I said, you can't fight a war without getting blood on your hands.
No, you can't.
And so there's certain of us that do this job. We're built for this. I wouldn't want certain people, like, I would never want to put it on, say, Rose, because she is so stinking sweet. I would never do that to her. You know what I mean? I would never want that for her.
I get it.
Because it takes a lot out of your life when you do this, because you lose a lot. You lose the ability to trust a lot because you've seen the dark side and you've seen what has happened to this world from a whole nother perspective.
Yeah.
And so as you get into this, look at the whole adrenochrome. Look at Lady Gaga when we started going down the Panda Eyes, the Red Shoe Club, the Rothschild Mansion, and the swimming pool. Okay, when we started going down Lady Gaga's meat suit, their meat dress that she wore, that
Right.
wasn't animal, that was human. And everybody hailed her as an innovative of fashion. Oh yeah, wearing human, probably children, is my guess. Skin makes her innovator, really? Okay. When you look at the Panda Club, the panda eyes, go down that rabbit hole. You'll never be the same. You'll never be the same.
Are you talking about the one little Gaza girl? Are you talking about that?
No,
We-
I'm talking about panda eyes.
I
Look up Lady Gaga,
Yeah.
panda eyes.
Okay, I understand, but there for a while there was an image circulating on the internet that was absolutely not real, and the exploitation of child sex trafficking and all of these other things, they were like literally. I mean, I can probably even find the specific image,
Mm.
and it was a little. It was literally where. It was where our military went in and bombed Gaza, okay? And the compression of the bomb fucked it killed kids. It killed them. It killed a lot of them. But the pressure, I mean, I even know of the journalist where the pressure, it blew her eardrums, it blackened both of her eyes, okay?
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about.
Okay, that little image right there, everybody's like, "Oh, well, that's a pedophile image, from like being ass raped." But that's that little, again. I wanted to clarify that image is not what people think.
No, it
What
isn't.
you're talking about is completely different.
Yeah, and Elizabeth Doolittle, she said frazzle drip. Yeah, and then when she showed up at one of the awards, all dressed as frazzle drip in the red
Oh
from
yeah,
head to toe, that was sending a message
right.
too. But when she was wearing the suit, and then when Ellen
Get this out of the way.
DeGeneres was at her house during COVID with the white sweatshirt with frazzle drip on the sweatshirt.
I remember.
Remember that?
I do.
Yeah, so it's been out and about, but there's so much. That's why I sent you some of the videos for talking points. But I mean, it's all going to come out basically. So Bill Cosby, you've got Janet Jackson came out a while ago and said there's people that they don't realize that are my cousins. So you've got Stevie Wonder is her cousin.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they're all related somehow. And you've got Daniel Jackson.
I'm listening.
He's her cousin. So, and you'll find that a lot of them are somehow related in some way, shape, or form.
Well, yeah, man. Think on that note. On that note, me and Larry has dropped multiple times that Hillary and Trump are either it's either 14th cousin or something like that. Around there about
cousins?
they're cousins. I mean, again, the apple don't fall too far from the totalitarianism corruption tree. This is true.
And it's
absolutely true.
it is. And that chart that little 12-year-old girl did with everybody being related except for Van Nuys or no, not Van Nuys. I can't remember the one it was. All but one president were related. George Bush and Obama were related.
Right here. This is what I wanted to share with you.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, this here.
That's a false image.
Yes, this is not real. I'm not saying it's not real. This is real. Okay,
It's not what they were.
but
It's not what it was from.
no, this is not the story.
Mm-mm.
So let me get this image and I'll share it with everybody. There we go. That way, web share. There we go. and I'll make it bigger to where everybody can see what exactly we're talking about. I mean, again, it is. Don't get me wrong, it is panda eyes, but
not for the right reason.
right. But what you're looking at here, if you see this little girl's image, okay, circulating around the internet in regards to child molestation and rape, this specific image was from Gaza during a Gaza invasion, as well as a massive ass United States deployment on that territory. That is what that is from. Just want to clarify.
Yep. I mean, Lady Gaga is famous for her one photo when she has panda eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we could go in the whole adrenochrome category too. We could go all of that. I mean, you know, adopting the children from frickin' Africa. We could go. Take your pick.
Take your pick. See,
take your pick.
What really bothers me the most is because we've got friends, right? What the hell happened to my screen here? We've got friends that are involved in literally helping, and I do mean helping, to take care of children. Okay? And because of what we're talking about, they get thrown under the bus. Okay? They get thrown under the bus for what we're talking about. Child sex trafficking, exploitation, etc., etc., etc. By simply just literally helping.
Yep.
Okay, now that's not right either. Just because you do these things to help the children in the community, you're immediately fucking thrown in that camp, and it's not right. So all of this finger pointing bullshit, it's like they whoever's designed this has got it to where if I donate, if we as the Matrix community donate to the children of Haiti, immediately we're part of the problem, and right. That's not right either. That's what I'm saying. It's not right. You and I both know we had a mutual friend that I so badly you come right on up here to Ohio, buddy, and I will gladly throw a fiery twirly baton in your ass. Mm-hmm. For years, man, I have been on trying to expose child exploitation along with Charlene, and you've done it too. And to see the people point fingers at you and try to throw you into that camp, man, you just want to come unglued, dude. You know what I'm saying?
And you can't give them that satisfaction.
Oh my God.
You just can't. And that's the hard thing where and people think I'm so cold and unfeeling and whatever. I said, I'm just very mad. I'm a soldier. I'm very matter of fact. Pardon me, Soderbergh. Excuse me. Oh, goodness.
She about to blow up. Did you see that chick?
I am. I'm like, oh, so sorry. You have to be a certain way. I'm very stern for a reason. And I don't take no BS. I don't take anybody's crap. I don't care what you believe. You do you. Whatever. I don't get involved in beliefs. I don't get involved. I got something else completely to do.
Right.
And this is it. And this is why, you know, and I know everybody means well that says you got to be careful. You got to go down low. No. I did that for decades. Literally. No more. This is why I'm harping on exposing who and what I really am. I have never hid it from anybody, but I think most people just kind of brushed it under the rug and weren't really ready to deal with it, even though I've always been right in your face about it. I've never hid. But this is why I'm not like everybody else, and this is why I'm perfect for this job in this war against these kids and doing what needs to be done and don't mind getting my hands dirty because of who and what I am. And it's like I'm not made the same way, and that has to be that way. Because I tell you, not everybody's cut out for it, and I don't want the wrong people to go into that not knowing what they're getting themselves into. because it'll mess with you. It'll mess with your head. It'll mess with your life. It'll mess with your soul.
Oh, yes, it will.
And it'll mess with your heart. It'll mess with your ability to trust, to function normally. If you don't have it under control, like 1,000%. And when I was real new to this, I'd get so freaking angry. I said, that anger is not helping anybody. Oh, yes, Isaac Gappy.
Yeah, I was trying to find a small, little video here. Hang on.
Now, did he really get taken out? I don't know. Could he be on witness protection? I don't know. He knew they were after him.
Oh yeah, he
But
definitely.
he also said in one of his last videos, I want you to forgive me because I made a mistake. I hope someday you can forgive me. And he goes, because I made a bad choice. And he was very upfront and open about it. But what if that was the setup? What if he was going into witness protection until the time came that he could come back out?
Well, I you know what?
I don't know.
With enough money, you can disappear.
Mm-hmm.
You know it. I know it. We all know this. So I'm trying to find the one here on YouTube. And I used to have his video, dude. I used to have the video where he literally. You realize that I was going to interview him like 3 days prior to him getting shoved off that bridge, right?
If that even is what happened. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
They made it look like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Charles Manson Thompson. Where in the hell is this video? I don't know where this video is at. But here's
Was it that one with the one you have highlighted? The one with the jean jacket?
Well, here's one right here. This
That one.
this is a TikTok video. This is the original. This is his original. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know where this guy got this video, but the video we're about to share is of it was in the winter time. So, and Isaac was dropping bombs on Instagram. Okay, so the thing is, right here you got a TikToker that found. And again, I don't know where the original video
I
is.
used to have his videos too, and they disappeared off my computer.
This is Isaac Cappy. So this TikToker is the one that exposed Tom Hanks as well as the pretty much all of Hellywood, right?
Mm.
So again, you'll hear what Isaac says, and the I guess. Like naming name, dude. He named names. He was naming names. I mean, so check this out. Let's see if I can play this. You should be able to hear this with no problem. Oh man, where's that share? Where is that at? Right there. All right, y'all. What the hell happened to my? Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm like trying to. Okay. Yeah. Make sure this is up. All right. We can just play it.
Struggle against.
Come on.
Darkness. The struggle against darkness.
You got to be kidding me. See that? It's not letting me. It's not letting me share like that.
Yes. Consumed me. It consumed me. Yeah, I'm a bad guy. I'm a bad guy. I let the darkness consume me, and I didn't spend enough time nurturing the light and love within me. I did something really dumb. I'm not suicidal. Did I do it for money? Yeah, man, it's bad. It's so dumb. It's so fucking dumb. I'm not gonna tell you what I did because, at this point, it still could endanger people, and I don't want to do that. So, can you help me? You can pray for my soul.
Okay, there's a lot.
All right. So what Isaac was talking about and I'll be honest with you, okay? I gotta get Johnny. I got to get Johnny, my boy, up here to talk about these things, okay? Because what Isaac Cappy was just talking about was exactly what my dude is going through at the moment. Okay?
Yep.
And he straight up literally told them, remember, Johnny's part of the Travel Channel, Johnny's part of Gaia, Johnny's part of all of these things. He literally told them to fuck off. He's like, now that you did, now he's playing a me. Now that you did what you did, I don't need the money. I'm going to expose you. So now we're in that era, okay? Whenever you said, you heard me say that I'm on a boat that's about to flip, or I'm watching a boat flip. I posted a meme. You remember me. I say, I do not name names, okay? I do not name names. So what I will, I know you do, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over here, and I'm gonna pull up a Facebook page, and let's see if you guys can see. You guys see that? I'm gonna go back here to my main page, and I'm gonna show you, and share with you an image I made, and hopefully those that know. Because I'm not naming names, and I'm not going to say shit. All I'm going to tell you is by the time this is all said and done, okay, those people, okay, do you see this image? Do you see that?
Yep.
Again, I'm not naming names. I'm just saying that this show is over. There's too many people right now bailing ship and calling other ones out. And what was good to me is they're coming, people in these disclosure movements or these other movements, blah, blah, blah. They're now coming to people like me and you, okay, to help catch the ball, because the ball is falling. Okay? So we know this. Put it this way: by the time it's said and done, the Matrix Minds will probably be the MC, okay, or the hosting of almost from here on out Disclosure Fest, because this dude's ship is fucking sinking. That is what I know, and that's
Well, what do you say? Oh, we're reverbing again. What did we talk about yesterday? Where I said, we had been waiting for the other shoe to drop. It's now dropped, and we're waiting for it to hit the ground.
What about it? It's
No, that's what I'm saying. It's already dropped. It's in midair. We're just waiting for it to hit the ground.
Well, it's definitely going to, and I'm talking like people that we know, people that we watch, people that we listen to, right? These people have a lot like Cappy, Isaac, a lot like Isaac Cappy. Even if you put it this way, the meme of the day was you sent it. You actually shared it with me. You shared it with me, and I had already had a meme made. Remember? And that's the meme where I said this is the image of the day right here, and to me it was the image of the day, and that is right. I'll share with everybody this one right here. Here's the meme. This is the meme of the day right here. DL Hughley has a message that everyone coming forward about Diddy. If you are telling a story about something that you know and didn't do anything about it, you're not a witness, you're an accomplice.
Yep.
This falls right in line with what me and Larry say all the time. If you know about the problem and you do jack squat shit about the problem, that makes you part of the problem. And right here you go.
Exactly. And that's what in her latest interview, that's what Jaguar said too, is the interviewee said, or the interviewer said, uh, have people been calling you off the hook? Is your phone going nonstop? She goes, I turned my ringers off. I don't want to hear from anybody. I'm owed an apology, and I'm never going to get it.
Right.
And she said, they knew and sat by and watched people defame me, watched them tear apart my life. They tried to destroy her physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, every which way you can think of. They tried to falsely arrest her while she was sitting beside her pool. She videotaped, she had it up on YouTube. She said, oh, yeah, the cops are here. They're going to try to arrest me now. I got to go. Like, it was so casual, but
Right.
she knew what was coming. She knew what she did. She did it for a reason because she understands what the cost of this is. And she's willing to pay the cost.
No. Let me share
And
another one that I know, or I guess I am going to name some names. Okay.
oh, come on. It's so much fun to name names. Come
Right.
on.
Well, here, Mr. Pappy Kelly says, I want to hear the politicians who were involved in this.
Oh, it's all of
It's
them.
all of them. Yes, it's literally all of them.
Even their beloved TRUMP.
Oh. I'm going to share something here.
Don't shoot the messenger.
You smart ass.
I'm just saying. And yes, I am. I know.
Okay, so I am going to share with you guys somebody that is absolutely a child advocate fighting for the kids, okay? And that would be, now I was introduced to Miss Connie by Charlene Angel Astro, okay? But this lady here is one of the ones, like you're talking about, that was thrown under the bus. DHS, okay? Literally, they falsified records. Okay? Now, this lady is debarred. Did you hear me? Debarred.
What?
She was an attorney. She is now debarred, okay, because of exposing child CPS, the trafficking of children through CPS. So, Mr. Kelly said, you want to know about these things? People like this are who's fighting these things, but they're thrown under the bus for doing these things, exposing these things. So again, Connie's a really good. She is a child advocate. So is Shar, and they are paying the price for all of this. They truly are.
I mean, we know that as it gets closer to completion, and I've warned that the next 2 months are going to be ugly. I honestly don't think there's going to be an election. That's just my gut feeling. I honestly don't think there's going to be an election. I don't know what's going to happen because I don't really care, but I honestly just don't think there's going to be an election. It's just my gut feeling. I don't know what's going to happen in between now and then. I don't know. But I do know that there's other things at play right now. There's that mysterious so-called moon. Is it a moon? Is it a ship? What the hell is it? It's supposedly it's an asteroid compared, according to NASA, but everything's an asteroid. So who knows what it is until it gets here? We don't know. Is it our cousins coming to say, hey, what's up? How you doing? A friend of mine took photos from what you were telling me yesterday. I don't know if we should be talking about this or not. What you told me yesterday about what you were told, his photos backed up exactly, and I got them today. Or no, late yesterday, way after our talk. He said, this was on my way to work today, by the way. I wanted to send these to you. And there was a pair of T3RVs flying up in the air right above him as he's driving to work. And he got photos. So what you were telling me yesterday, so we know it's happening now for a reason. So everybody's going to be so distracted that they don't see. This is why you've got to get good at multitasking. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't get emotionally invested. Be able to direct yourself into other areas so that you can maintain your focus. And I know that sounds backwards, but
Oh.
it's not.
Oh. I never got an opportunity to. I was just gonna say this too, and Matt here. Okay, so again, you got to remember, I shared with you, Connie is part of exposing the child sex trafficking of through CPS, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go through here and I'm gonna show you, and I can't wait. I can't wait for this interview either. Okay. So
And that is so dangerous because their pockets are deep.
oh yeah,
And
yeah.
they'll just destroy you, and they won't even bat an eyelash.
Well, that's something that she's aware of. That
That's
their
so
pockets
dangerous. My hat's
are
off
deep.
to her.
Right here.
My hat's off to her because what I do is nothing compared to stepping in on. I fight a pretty much quiet war, but I am in the trenches. But I'm not like that. I wish I could be. Because I don't have anything to lose. What are they going to do to me, right? I really don't. But to me, that is so incredibly brave and so incredibly selfless because you will never get your life back. And she is doing it just from what's happening to her for all the right reasons. So it's like there's going to be other rewards that she's going to get down the line, and it's going to make it all worth it. But I think we're in the process now of so much. This is end game. And I'm going to tell y'all that right now. And I've been trying to tell people that. And this is why all of this is happening. All of it. This is just Diddy's the top of the iceberg. And all the stuff that's going to fall from that is going to include the pharmaceutical companies. It's going to include big tobacco. It's going to include the medical community. It is going to include politicians. It's going to include every aspect. Right? It's going to have the domino effect. And it's going to happen so fast and furious. It's not even going to be, it's going to be hard to keep track of. But all of this has to happen. Things have to be dismantled. And the only way you could do that is one big, huge fell swoop. It's not going to happen easily. And it's going to be very bloody, very hard. And it's going to be hard for a lot of people to deal with.
Right.
And so the ones that have always called us crazy are going to be coming back to us. Will you explain it to me?
Right.
I'll be like, Google's your friend. Go look it up. I'm not going to have
Google's your
compassion.
friend. Yeah.
Go look it up.
I'm just.
I had to do the work. I'm not going to be that person. Other people can be that. I'm too busy. Go ask somebody else because you had your chance. So we are all doing a different job, and everybody has a role to play. And
our generation and our
it's great to see this finally happening, even though it's not happening how people probably expected it all to go down. It's probably not happening that way. So you just got to be flexible. It'll get there. It's not at that point yet. When that shoe finally hits the ground, that's when it's going to come to the point of how people envisioned it was going to go down. But right now, this is the beginning.
Michelle.
This is.
I'm going to share with you Matt Zane. Okay, another compadre here in the music industry. Good dude. But remember Mr. Teddy in the chat saying, "Well, let me hear about politicians. Let me talk about." Now I don't know how much Matt will go into it with me. Okay, but I will tell you this, okay? I love dude because of his guts. He's a lot like Johnny. Okay? His heart's in the right spot. Let me share with you this. Matt here had his own porn industry. He was director of pornography. Got out of that. What do you think Do you think? I want you. I'm not even gonna say this. I'm just gonna make you think. Think about the political connections, as well as the music connections that this dude got in that industry.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So let me
connected to Hugh
what?
Hefner,
There you
and that's
go.
where that's where the politicians come in.
Listen to this.
Generation and our peers absolutely hate us. They have absolutely zero respect for us. These younger kids just didn't care about all that stuff. They didn't care about the politics and about the preconceived notions of who we were and what we did and how we got there. They just really enjoyed getting into everything that we had to offer, and they were true fans of the band. I mean, they knew lyrics, they had our t-shirts on, I mean, they were buying merch. It was really something very powerful going on there that I did not expect.
From body suspension and to live and stage, Zayn and his crew gained notoriety for pushing the envelope as far as humanly possible.
This is his movie. But he's looking forward to. He's definitely looking forward to the interview. And again, what happens is these people, like we're talking about, these people that are involved in this, they are linked. Like you said, they're linked, and everybody, God forbid, George Carlin, they're all in a club, and you ain't in it.
Exactly.
I mean, you sell your ass or whatnot, blah, 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 blah. I guess it's an open door invitation, but yet there again is not. You got, like you said, Michelle, sign on the
You gotta
dotted
have an
line.
in.
You got to have an in. Yeah.
That's why I would never have that in.
Yeah.
So I'm not
Larry's
worried about it.
Matt's wild AF. Yeah, man. Shout out to Larry, as well as Matt. I doubt Matt's watching the show. He's only got like so many months to release the entirety of his video. However, he's also working on other people's publications, productions, things like that. He is now went from musician as well as musician to now an absolute producer. So I'm glad to see he's in that era of things. And guess what? And he's doing his own thing. He's like, okay, he's, again, the shit that he's going to expose in this movie is off the chains, man. And
Okay, I have. Can we get rid of the re. It's really distracting.
yeah. Sorry, I didn't do that.
Oh, thank you. Because I couldn't get a word out because it was backing out, like going backwards on me. Okay, so, I had lost what I was going to...
You were saying that I'm beautiful.
Did I? Sorry, never mind. What was okay, what were we talking about before I tried to get it out and I couldn't? Matt's doing his own thing. You're glad he's doing the interview. I know what I was going to say. Thank you. Oh, Lord. I thought I had it and I didn't.
She's old. So.
Shut up. Because we all know it's true. Anywho, so here's the other thing, too. So you might have a lot of people coming out. This is where we got to be careful. And this is the warning I wanted to give to everybody tonight. If you didn't come out with anything else from this, and sorry, I won't get into the politicians because I don't care.
Right.
So I'm not the person to get into the politicians because as far as I'm concerned, they're all dirty in some way or form. Okay, so I'm not the one to ask, and that just might be my own personal bias. But the warning that I want to give to you all is be careful, because with the good comes the bad. With the what's supposed to really happen and the exposure that is coming and everything that is going on, you are having those that honestly, sincerely regret that decision. Not those that are just trying to save their ass.
Right.
Okay, and they're becoming state witness, they're becoming whatever, right? Um, the ones my compassion will go to are the ones that are genuine from the depths of what little soul they have left, regretting that decision that they made. And they want to do the right thing. And now is the only safe time that they have to do it. That's going to be a really hard one in some respects to figure out. And those are the ones that need the help, that need the compassion, that need the understanding, because maybe they felt truly trapped. But when you have an asshole like Usher who turned into a predator but now is trying to sing like a canary so that he doesn't go down, I don't buy it.
I think they'll all make plea deals.
Oh, Michelle had a not soft moment. You take that back, Elizabeth. You take it back.
Did you hear me? I said I truly think that they're all going to have, again, you know, the Diddy list is only part of it. I think they're all going to start doing plea bargains, throwing one another under the bus, just like, you know, well, Oprah saying somebody forced me into child sex trafficking or some shit. I seen that meme. Is it real? I don't know if it's real or not. Can I assume? I can pretty much assume. Come power, come money, come all this. Sure, I'll buy that.
Well, wait a minute, though. She did an interview. It was her saying it. I remember seeing this live, and I was so disgusted, I just wanted to throw away my TV. She was talking about child sex. And
I got
she's
that,
saying,
by the way.
usually it happens with somebody you're really close to. And if they do it right, you're really going to enjoy it. Does that sound like a victim to you? That is a victim who turned a predator.
Let me share that. I
Do you have that
Our
interview?
generation and our peers,
I do.
absolutely.
I don't know if I have that. I'm not going to try to find it on my computer, but I do. Yeah, I do know exactly what you're talking about.
That one that she did, it was a little blurb interview spot, and she was talking about it, and you just it made me hate her.
Well,
like with a passion, like literally hate her.
all right, this is the one. This is the one that you're talking about right here. So let me go there.
I have no compassion for that woman, if she's even a woman.
Yeah. Well, I don't think that they can like get boobs to look like that if they're that fake.
See, and
I'm
that's
just
what
saying.
I mean.
Hang on.
Oh,
Hang on a second. I'm gonna go over there and we'll do a web share, and I'll go over there and we'll play this for everybody because this is the video that you're talking about. Let me make sure I can get it in the screen, and you should again. I've got reverb on, so you're gonna be able to hear it as well as okay. Yours okay. You ready? And here we go.
This is what so many people don't understand. A big part of the confusion and shame for child victims is that the attention and the seduction from the predator, who is probably going to be somebody you know.
Right.
In order for it to work, it has to be somebody you know, somebody you admire, somebody you respect, or maybe even love. And it feels good. I mean, if you're 7 years old and somebody, which I was trying to say this to my friends who had children, you're 7 years old and someone is stroking your penis, it feels good.
Right.
Even though you don't have a name for what that is, it feels good.
And that was such a particularly challenging part for me in beginning therapy. That was one of the biggest things I kept bringing to therapy was, what does it mean that it felt good? What does that mean about me?
That's one of the reasons it's so confusing for children.
Yeah.
And when I first said this years ago, people were like, "You're crazy," because everybody wants to believe it's like sexual assault and you're being thrown up against the wall and you're being raped. And I have said for years, if the abuser is any good, you won't even know it's happened.
All right, I don't want to hear any more of that. Seriously. So that's the video that you were talking about.
That interview made me hate her.
Well, I think
literally that was the turning point for me, because it was be like, why would you even talk like that? Why would you even bring that to the table? Why would you do that to those victims that are sitting there?
I think that I didn't really like her before.
Oh, I never really did either, but that truly made me hate her.
Right. Oh, I get it. As a mom, I mean, as a parent, if you look back at it now, had that been my aunt.
Oh, hold on a second. I see some. Okay, it's going to be hard to forgive them, from Belinda. I'm gonna swear now, Matt. So if you want to bleep me, go ahead. Fuck that. This is where I'm not like everybody else. I will not fucking forgive them.
Not when it comes to
I am not
kids.
obligated to fucking forgive them. I am not required to forgive them. If you want to do it, go for it. Go for it. That you do you.
Right.
Absolutely fucking no. Never gonna happen. This is why people don't understand the difference of where I'm at and from and who I am to somebody else, a regular, normal, everyday human. Because I'm not. To me, there is a clear line of black and white, and there's that gray area in the middle. And in my world, I am not required for that at all. And nothing against you, Belinda. I swear, honestly, I'm not attacking you. Your belief is your belief. That is your belief. It's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever put me in that bucket. I'm not going to fit. And I will dump the damn bucket.
I'm one that believes there is no cure for pedophilia other than a rope.
Ditto. My father was one.
I mean,
that's why I'm not in that boat ever.
Right. I mean, I can honestly tell you that is how I truly in my heart feel. You're not there is no cure for it other than a rope. And for years, I mean, I was never abused. I was never abused. However, again, raising Matthew, having a kid and then listening to what we just listened to.
Yep.
I mean, it's like, the fuck?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. And the way she says it, she wants to sound like she's sending so much wisdom. And it's like, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Plain, simple, straight up. And I'm sorry, but I'm not going to forgive that.
You don't have to. You don't have to be sorry.
So there is a point when. So I personally was never touched, but I got the emotional damage of my father. He had a weird sense of honor, and I've talked about this somewhat, but this is like the most vocal I've ever been on it. But he's dead and buried in hell, I hope, or wherever. Maybe he went to the void. Who knows? Who cares? He finally went to prison, but not for his own stepchildren that he physically, sexually tormented and abused. And my mom was made to feel crazy all those years. Nobody would take her seriously. It was back in the day where the father was always right. It must have been something the mother did to make him do that to her children. And somehow he had a weird sense of honor where myself and my brother were never physically touched.
Did you see that?
But my my other three were. And hold on. They deserve some.
No,
some lead in their heads.
I'm going with what Tina said right there. And what she was trying to do,
normalizing it. Yes, this is what they've done.
Right, and it's not, okay?
It's not normal. And so when you take somebody like that, and that's just horrendous. And what I try to tell people is, coming from that background, and you see the damage it actually does to somebody. I'm with you, Matt, that I do not believe there is a cure for pedophilia. I honestly do not believe there is. There is no coming back from that. Once you go down that road, you're in it until you die. You will never be cured of that. And I've seen that with my father. I've seen that with other people. My father was horrific. I don't even like to call him that, but what was he? He was my father.
Right.
But we all had to learn how to deal with it. We all had to get the help we needed in any way we could to deal with it. And part of that for me was to be in this fight. Part of that to me was doing the exposing that I've done for the last 20 years.
Man, come on,
learning
Larry. Are you serious?
What did Larry?
Larry says, no, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying this. If this is true, which I don't put it past them.
I've heard something about that. Yeah,
Larry,
but I don't know the details. But I've heard alerts on it.
Larry dropped it. The vegetable and camel toe. Okay, wants to legalize prostitution and lower the age of consent to 11. If that is absolutely true, that is not normal, and we've got a fucking problem.
Yeah, and this is the thing that we're facing, and this is where I say I seriously doubt there's going to be an election. There's something coming between now and then. I think we've had enough things happen. It's just, and I'm not the only one with this feeling. I think there's enough things in play right now that it's very questionable. I honestly, if there happens to be one, I'll come on up here and say I was wrong. But if I don't think there will be. It's just not. It's not the same momentum that it had in the last election. It's not. It feels weird. It's like not the main focus like it should be. It's weird, and I don't.
I don't even get that it's. David Nash says it's 15 in Canada. See, this is the thing. I personally.
I don't even understand that.
I guess this is where my mind. This is where my mind gets really fucked up, and that is when we start talking about the age of consent at 13 in the Middle East, or 11, or we got 15 in Canada. This is one of my problems with the religion of the Islamic faith. Okay, it's from saying it's okay to marry. From what I understand, that it's okay to marry children, literally children brides. Have you guys ever looked at that shit online? Looked up like the documentaries of these children brides? They don't even know how to read, write, and or even tie their fucking shoes, but yet, Big Daddy Mohammed or whoever he or she is supposedly not allowed to touch them until they're of a specific age. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I have when it comes to me being a dad, oh man, I'd fucking kill somebody. There's no doubt in my mind. I would lose my shit, Michelle, and I would end up killing somebody.
Yeah, yep. It's what Mish said, and a lot of times they're like 40, 50, 60-year-old males.
Right.
And these girls are like 10, 11 years old. 11's old.
I want to share it. I mean, now that we're talking about it, I literally want to share it so that these parents, as well as moms, dads, grandparents
It's absolutely insane.
Uh,
And this is what's wrong with our world that we're living in. And it's like, this is why everything just needs to burn to the ground and we need to start over. People get mad when I say that.
Right? No, but this is...
They get mad when I say it, though. Why did you say that? You want us all to die? Why not? Let's just burn it all and start humanity over again.
No, check this out, Michelle, because this is a CNN. I want to go over this and make damn sure that you all know this is a CNN release. This is nothing that I've put together. This is nothing other than true, okay? And I'm absolutely shocked. I'm shocked that they're doing this. But, however, let me go over and I'll share the screen here. Hang on, Michelle, because this is right along the damn topic in what we're talking about. And once we're done here, I will share this link to where your asses could share this far and wide. You know how I do. All right, so again, right there, CNN, y'all see this, and they're doing something. They're literally doing something good. Michelle, hopefully you'll be able to hear this. Ready?
We're back with our world lead now in a distressing story out of Afghanistan showing the harsh reality of the humanitarian crisis engulfing the country, especially post-Taliban rule. Desperate families so impoverished, they tell CNN they have no choice but to sell their young daughters into some twisted form of marriage. In this exclusive report, CNN witnesses the tragic fate facing these helpless little girls.
All right, so do you want to watch a little bit of this? Because this fucking bothers me. I get angry.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just telling you, this to me is a trigger. I don't know why, but it is.
Well, if you don't want to actually watch it, just drop it in the comments, and then
I lose my shit when it comes to this. I lose my shit, and I don't know why.
Exactly.
I have no idea. But yeah, I will share this. I will share this video with everybody. It's coming at you in the chat. I apologize for thinking that I could share it and listen to it, but I'm not going to be able to.
Yeah, don't do that.
The anger. I have no words for it. I let me stop your reverb there. My bad. I'm sorry. All right.
That's okay.
Morgan says, "Of course it's CNN." I get it, but at least they're doing something. At least they put. I understand where you stand, Morgan. I truly do. I love you, and I know you know that, and I know that it's hard to trust. But what I seen in that little CNN clip, we gotta swallow that truth pill. It's real. Yep. So these young children are sold into many formalities of sex slavery, underage brides, marriages. I mean, it blow. I'm serious. If you get a chance, it's like an 8-minute clip, but just watch it. It will blow your mind. Michelle, you ready to take a break?
I would love a break.
All right, go ahead and go take a break. I'll get everybody over here. We'll watch. We'll get them rocking out to. Just a Masquerade, and then.
Okay, so if I'm not back right off of the get-go, I'll be right back. Okay.
No problem.
Okay.
It ain't like you won't be able to see. You'll see.
Okay, I'll be right back.
All right. Well, okay, ladies and gentlemen. Well, don't go anywhere. Me and Michelle Nobles, or obviously we're going to be right back. We're going to share more of what we know, what we have learned about the dropping of the ball of the Diddy. How far does it go? Yada yada yada. As well as reading your guys' comments here on this Manic Monday. If you guys are at all interested in participating, let me know, and I'll open up the studio. I didn't even do that. I didn't do that. Usually whenever I've got a guest up here, it's usually me, her, him, and we just talk, blah 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 blah, and it simply just is what it is. The switchboard usually don't go anywhere. But again, if you guys want to participate, that's fine. Just let me know. And don't go nowhere, Brainiacs. Share this broadcast, share this podcast, please. This topic to me is very important. Again, we're talking about pretty much the Diddy drops. We're gonna go over. I want to go over the Epstein thing. I want to go over the Ghislaine Maxwell thing. I want to go over the WikiLeaks thing. How far does it go? I'm gonna guess pretty damn far. That being said, look, all of you guys, all of the military veterans, men and women in uniform, eyes wide open. You guys, the ones that see things. This song here is dedicated to you. Again, I know normal regulars are probably sick of hearing this, but I'm not. We call this, it's just a masquerade. It's what happens whenever a veteran comes back from the war. All right, it's these guys right here. These guys right here that come back and they know, they can see, eyes wide open.
I was sent to the front lines and I fought without a clue. I believed in my duty and I felt the honor too. All that, the God, the guts and glory, until I saw the truth behind the veil of the stars.
Come on, Bernie, crank that shit up, yeah?
We're pawns in their game, for power they'll never yield. Awake now, eyes open wide, no longer blinded by their lies. This land of the free is just a masquerade. It's just a masquerade for the powerful few. Our sacrifice is made. They paint us as heroes, but we're really their expendable tools, sent to fight their battles in wars like ignorant fools. But I won't march to their beat, won't play their game. I stand for true justice now, and I'm no longer the same. Awake now, eyes open wide, no longer blinded by their lies. This land of the free is just a masquerade. It's just a masquerade for the powerful few. A sacrifice is made. They call it patriotism, but we're really the expendable tools, sent to fight their battles and wars like ignorant fools. But I won't march to their beat, won't play their game. I stand for true justice now, and I'm no longer the same. Awake now, eyes open wide, no longer blinded by their lies. This land of the free is just a masquerade. It's just a masquerade for the powerful few. Our sacrifice is made. They call it patriotism, they call it the 4th of July, but it's a corporate charade. We're fighting for their profits, our ideals betray. I won't be silenced, no, I won't bow to their command. I fight for truth and freedom against their iron-clad hand. Awake now, eyes open wide, no longer blinded by their lies. This land of the free is just a masquerade for the powerful few. Our sacrifice is made. So raise your voice now, please stand tall and strong, for the soldiers used for far too long. No more deception, no more lies. We reclaim our honor on the freedom skies.
Welcome to Crystal Cove and Mystic Charms, where magic meets the mundane and the extraordinary becomes every day. Are you ready to gift yourself with the whispers of ancient power stones? To the feel and hear the echoes of our ancient past? Dive into a world where each pendant tells a story, where rare stones hold secrets known only to the universe itself. At Crystal Cove, our collection isn't just jewelry. It's a gateway to a realm of mysticism and wonder. Let the shimmering opal guide you through twilight dreams, or embrace the fiery energy of the sun with our exquisite amber pendants. Each piece, handcrafted by the hands of a true mystic who understand the language of the earth and the fire of one's heart. At Crystal Cove and Mystic Charms, we believe that every soul deserves to sparkle. Whether you seek solace in the calming embrace of amethyst or wish to dance with the vibrant hues of turquoise, our collection holds the key to unlocking your inner magic if you allow it to be so. Visit us today and discover the pendant that speaks to your soul. Crystal Cove and Mystic Charms, where the beauty of our amazing earthy realm meets the magic of the cosmos.
Hey there, Hunter. Go check out our friends at Colorado Custom Game Calls. They are all about creating a high-quality, custom, unique game calls at an affordable price. They are here for hunters that can't and won't pay upwards of $180 to $200 per game call. They pride themselves on giving their customers the opportunity to not only purchase an affordable and high-quality call, but to customize their game call to their liking. So listen up and go check them out. That's www.coloradocustomgamecalls.com. They got calls for all type of game, and all the game calls can be custom made to your own likeness. That's www.coloradocustomgamecalls.com. Tell them Matthew sent you from the Matrix Minds.
What is up, all my beautiful and gorgeous souls? I am Michelle Espinosa, otherwise known as the Shaman, through the Matrix Mind Media. So tell me, how many times have you wished that you had that special power of prediction? You know, to know what was going to happen before it actually happened and took place. To have some power and control over that situation before things came flying at you out of left field. The thing is, you actually can have that power. You can be aware of what's coming. Tune in to Astrology TV with me for Breaking the Cage. Every Sunday evening at 10 p.m. Eastern on the Matrix Mind Media. And I will go through the astrology and help put you on the right course and get you back in control of your own life. Love you guys.
This CBD fluid is a whole flower fluid extracted from the cannabis flower. We don't use any heat, butane, or chemicals when we extract, so we get all of the components of the plant. All the CBD, CBG, CBA, all the terpenes, all the flavonoids. This allows our body to absorb at 60 to 90% rather than the average of 6 to 10% absorption you would get with a CBD oil. Because our bodies are made up of mostly water and this is a fluid, it's highly absorbable so that you're getting 500% more nutraceuticals per dose. We also have this available in our CBD spray as well as a muscle rub with all kinds of botanicals. You're going to absolutely love it.
Check it out, Brainiacs. MatrixMinds.live/CBD. The CBD I use. Feel free again. Feel alive again. Alrighty then, Brainiacs. I hope you guys are hanging in there with me. I'll be joined with Michelle Nobles today. Today, Michelle Nobles is up in the house. Look at this. She's not back yet. I heard her. She's wrestling around over there, but she's not back yet. Anyway, I seen where James Roundtree's like, this is one of my favorite shows. I was thinking to myself, I am so glad that he said that. I love him, man. Bro, thank you.
Okay, made it back. Ooh.
What the hell happened to you?
Okay, I'm back.
All right.
I made it all the way downstairs, had a smoke, came back, went to the bathroom, got another drink. Yeah, maybe a drink of water. And
I got
back.
I got a refill of Mojo. It ain't like I need it, but I got it. I definitely didn't need it, but I got it.
I saw my friend downstairs. She goes, "You still on the podcast?" I said, "Yep."
Yeah.
She goes, "You dropping?" She goes, "You dropping names?" She goes, "Then what are you doing out here?" I said, "He has a commercial." She goes, "Are you dropping names?" And I said, "Yep."
Yeah.
Of course I am.
She is.
Now I'm out of breath. So the only name you really need to know, if you really want to go down that rabbit hole, all you need to know is Hugh Hefner. Just start looking into Hugh Hefner. And he was just had a sighting. He never leaves. He was, of course, in his jammies that he's famous for. And he was in Tennessee for whatever reason just recently. Before all this nonsense went down, what made him leave the house? What made him go to a party?
I thought he was dead.
No. Why do you think he's forever young?
What?
He's looked the same for the last, 25, 30 years?
Hugh Hefner
He's never
is
aged?
not dead. I thought Hugh Hefner died.
Not in this reality. He's still alive and kicking. And there's probably a reason why.
Somebody tell me in the chat that I'm not alone. You all heard that Hugh Hefner died, right? What? You got to be kidding me. Michelle, David Nash says he's dead.
No, he's alive.
Michelle.
Look it up. I don't have my other phone up. Otherwise, I'd look it up.
I'm going to do this. Are you
Google it.
Are you kidding me?
Unless that was a really old clip. He's still alive.
Look.
Just like we thought. How many times is James Earl Jones going to die? He just died at like 93.
Come on.
Again.
I can deal with a lot of shit, but that one, because I mean, come on. I was that little 8-year-old, 9-year-old, 12-year-old kid stealing Playboy books. He was like mid-age then. He couldn't. No, dude. How do you even spell his name? Hugh.
H-U.
Hugh. There we go. Hugh Hefner.
G-H. Yeah.
Hugh Hefner dead.
See if he's dead.
Right there. Good God.
Wait, what year?
I don't know, but I'm going to play this just so everybody's...
Wait a minute. What year? Because unless somebody might have put false news out because this was a recent party. So they might have mishmashed
this
to
was
make it
6
seem...
years ago.
Then why was that video... Oh, unless we timeline jumped or some crazy shit.
I'm just sharing.
Because this was recently.
Let me just share this with everybody.
Share it because I don't mind being wrong.
It's okay.
That means I watched bad information.
All right, so
and
hang on.
Hugh Hefner.
Yeah. We're back with our world lead now.
Shut up, yo man. Yeah, right. Just shut up. Come on.
Shut up.
All right. So I'm looking for my damn browser. Good God. All right. Okay. Hugh Hefner. It'll pull up WikiLeaks, dude. Not WikiLeaks. It'll pull up. There we go.
Okay.
Right,
when did it say he died?
Well, I'm gonna go there. Where's it?
Just go to Wikipedia.
I am. All right. I am.
I'm so bossy.
So here we
go
go.
to Wikipedia.
All right, Hugh Hefner was born in Chicago on April of 1926. There we go. Died September 27th, 2017.
Okay, so then this news article was something else because it was a video that I watched that was sent to me. Made it look recent, so they doctored the video.
Oh, well, yeah.
To make it look like it was a now thing.
And that's
interesting.
That is the shit. Find me the dumbass that did that. You find me the video I will.
I didn't even save it because I thought that was stupid. But it was about him going to a party in Tennessee, I think in Nashville.
I will find. I mean, I'll do the EIN encoder. I'll try to find the metadata on the video, and I absolutely will throw whoever made the video out to the wolves, dude. All you got to do is give me the video.
It could, if I can find it, I will. But yeah, it could very well be a Mandela effect. It could be, Belinda, because yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. Because why would they make, or somebody just falsified something just to deepen a rabbit hole that doesn't exist?
Oh, yeah, I can definitely.
What do
see
you
that.
think?
Well, here's
so to do a what do they call it when you deflection? Do a deflection and falsify it so it's looking in another direction where you're shoving the limelight away from yourself onto something else.
That's military operations. That's military special operations, disinformation campaign, and psyops. Okay, but again, if the video maker is any kind of good, then the metadata is gone, and I'll be able to not find shit on it. Okay, you see what I'm saying? So find me the video, and I'll expose whoever the hell, or if I can track it, if the metadata is there. If it's there.
I'll look back on TikTok because somebody had sent. Yeah, because unless they were, I don't know. But I remember them saying it. This was recent, and I was like, "It was
right."
Like I was confused, but they're like, "Watch it." He was just in Tennessee, I think Nashville, and I'm like, "Okay, why would he be in Nashville, Tennessee? Country industry. Okay, what would make him go to Nashville? Who is he seeing in Nashville?"
Maybe like David said, were you thinking of someone else? Like,
no, there's only one Hugh Hefner.
Okay, well. Bro, let me tell you, she's right. I mean, David, no, if she was
there's only one Hugh Hefner.
Yeah, if she was thinking Hugh Hefner, then she was thinking, hey, Hugh Hefner. And you just really glitched. Really interesting.
I did?
Oh, yeah. Interestingly. Very, very
Hi,
interesting.
boys. Hi, little alphabets.
Right?
How are you? Do you like my new place? Are you so impressed? I'm not in a shelter anymore, and I actually got a lease. Are you so impressed? Are you going to come visit? Come see me. Come say hi. I'll make you a really good cup of coffee.
Oh, man.
Come say hi. You're welcome anytime. We'll have a talk.
Michelle,
I ain't scared.
Tina says
I'm not
no
scared
glitch
of them.
here. Oh, yeah, she's like, blah, blah, blah. Real quick, like she's glitched. I know I caught it.
I'm not surprised. I'm actually surprised we were actually able to finish this completely because the last couple of times I've tried, it didn't matter what earbuds I had on. If I had these ones on, which are really good, which I've been talking to you on, or I had the headset on, or my other headset, I could not call your show. Wouldn't let me go through. But the next day I could call you on the phone.
Right.
Not a problem.
See, this is what sets us apart as the Matrix versus Jimmy Turt, chirp, chip, fade to stain, right? Is I want real people, real stories, real truth, digging. You'll never really get that on mainstream. This is one of the things me and Johnny were talking about. The same old shit, and it's okay.
Yep.
It's okay. It's all coming over. It'll be over. Just give it some time.
Yeah, and I swear to you, that's why I don't have a problem being so bold. I don't have a problem showing what I am, and it's very interesting because people never see it unless it's on camera or in a photo, or if it's on video, and they never see it happen. I said, I don't hide who and what I am. If it's well enough that I still have a veil in physical, that's cool. Because otherwise I'd probably scare everybody. Have two completely different eyes and shit. It'd be like, what the hell? And hi, Krista.
She's seeing the screen.
And so, yeah, there really is, David. There's a conspiracy for everything, and it's at this point, it's not conspiracy theory; it's conspiracy, because all the theories that we had over the years have all come true. I don't know of a single one that hasn't. I don't know of one that hasn't come true or isn't in the process of coming true. Tell me a conspiracy theory that
Is
hasn't come true.
Is Princess Diana still alive?
That I have no idea. A lot say she is.
Well, I can tell you that I've seen some video. Now this is wild, but I'm being honest with you. I've seen some video footage as well as images of the accident prior. Okay, the accident prior as well as the accident afterwards. And the plate on the automobile that they said crashed in the tunnel, the plate on the front of the vehicle is not the same.
It was even a different vehicle. It wasn't even the same exact. It was it was a similar color, but not the same, not matching.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one that they showed the press.
Right.
Was not the same with the one with the different license plate. I've seen that whole. That was big back in the day. That was real big back in the day. And there's video footage that has come out and all of that stuff. But we don't know what's real and what's doctored. So until she actually steps out on a stage and it's not a mask.
How would we know?
How would we know?
I mean, this is what
How do you honestly know?
That's what I say.
It's not a clone.
No. What I say
How
all the time.
do you know it's not a clone?
Or a damn, I mean, true. I don't, I'm serious. My eyes, I tell you, I will believe half of what I see and jack shit of what I hear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so no offense to anybody, but...
Same with Tupac. Is he alive?
Oh, dude, well, I've got...
I would love it if he was.
I've got... Oh, man, so would I. I mean, that
I would love it if he was.
Completely was going to drop the hammer on like all of it. I mean, the segregation, the division, the racial, that blows my mind. But yet, if Erica was here with me, Erica Simmons, or one of my good black friends that's here, they can tell you their own community. If you're is very well divided in race shadowing. Like, in other words, it's like the color of your skin. If you are not black as the coal, okay, if you're not black as coal and you're just brown or just, they call you all kinds of names, the name or half breed or some shit. And then again, there's division in the black community as well as there's division in the white community. I don't consider
there's division in the Asian community. I just found that out. They're very the Asian community. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, huge.
Damn.
Somebody had a question up there. I don't know who. Rose. Why would she leave her? Why would she leave her children? Well, I have a theory on that, because it would keep them protected. And William was in line for the throne.
Right.
So I'm thinking that she did the smart thing, leaving him there rather than taking him on the run, because they would have moved heaven and earth to get the heir to the throne.
Oh, sure.
Back where he belongs. So how well do you protect your children? You leave them there. But the problem is, look at how Harry turned out. And then there's been rumors about William, but no proof. But he has had mistresses, and very likely, I'm presuming, children out of wedlock from Kate. But he's had the one mistress for I don't know how many years. That assistant, whatever her name is, Rose, I think, or whatever her name is. So, yeah, so leaving him there has been good and bad. But they had a job to do, and if she would have taken him with them, that would have put him in more danger, is my own opinion on it.
Well, yeah, I believe that. Absolutely.
Because you don't take the heir to the English throne and go run and hide and go into witness protection, and they're going to find you no matter what.
Right.
And that's I think MI6 is that good. MI5 and MI6, I think they're that good.
I just lost my train of thought. I went to share something, and I literally just lost my train of thought. It was in my. Oh yeah. I mean, you're looking at songs, my song list here, that I'm learning. That's okay.
Oh, I remember now.
Okay.
You know what I went? Dark Night of the Soul. That's what I want you to write a song about.
The Dark Night of the Soul?
Yeah, when people are going, or like doing shadow work and stuff. I know there was one something like that, but like when you're really doing the shadow work and you're going through all of that and you're releasing all that anguish and pain and all of that, and you're doing the work and a real deep, like, that would be hard hitting. That would be a cool one.
Well, I wrote a song called "Light at the End."
Right.
And it took me about 3 months to complete the song, but I wrote it right after my dimethyltryptamine experience of like going on the other side and surviving to come back here.
Right.
I wrote a song about that.
But I mean, Dark Night of the Soul that people go through. And you go through many of them. It's not just one.
Mm-hmm.
But the experience of it, the feeling of it, and doing that shadow work. Yeah, dealing with those dark places and loving that darkness in you and finding that balance. That'd be cool. That'd be really emo.
Did you say emo?
That would be totally emo rock. That'd be like totally emo hard rock mix. Like you couldn't do that without being emo.
James Bro says, I wrote a song called Dark Night of the Soul back in 1996.
Wow.
There you go. Hell yeah, bro. David Nash says, lots of Dark Nights of the Soul songs.
But I like what Matthew does with the AI though, with the having the AI doing it in that way, like some of your AI mixes is good. I like that. I like how they turn out.
You know what, I've gotten like, being in the music industry as well, I've gotten some like it, some hate it. Some are like, oh well, you're cheating. I'm like, look, and a couple of them that I even still, talk to even now. I'm like, I have no drama. Okay, I've sat and I've shared with, I think it was Morgan, James. Yeah, it was Morgan, James, and I do believe Kristen Harding was with me after a broadcast. And I was sharing with James how I formulated my songs and my content. So I use multiple, I've got multiple things that I do. And if you really want to know how to formalize like everything, you can plug in and you can record, like just say three patterns, right? 3 patterns of a guitar solo, a guitar pattern. 3 or 4 patterns of a bass, okay, and then come up with a beat. You guys know I have got an electronic drum kit, so you formalize beats, or I use on the machine here what's called Easy Drummer, okay, it's put out by Superior Drummer, and they've watched me compose my music, okay, and get the basics of it down, and then I'll pull it in to BandLab or a DAW, okay. And I'll write my lyrics to what I hear, or I'll take my lyrics and I'll formulate in my, as a musician, James, these guys will get it, right? They already hear the music in the words. They already hear the music in the lyrics. Right? So whenever I wrote The Light at the End, I didn't want it to be like a complete hard rock song. I wanted it to be a moving rock song. So again, Michelle Sanders is like, I want you to share that story. The story is just simple as me going through losing my mom, losing my dad, losing my grandmother. No, I was middle-aged. I was in my 30s. I was like young 30s when all of this happened to me. And then Melissa, she was losing her father with cancer. So too much for my little psyche mind to handle. Okay? I was no longer going to church at that point. Okay? Because of my father. So nevertheless, when he passed, Michelle, that was pretty much the do or die for me. I was angry. I was really, really angry. And again, accidentally trying. I should have shot up with Windex, and I wouldn't be here. Nevertheless, I got a hold of some substance that literally did do what I asked the guy to do, and that's take me out of the world. And completely put me on a track where I now know that what we are doing right this minute and the broadcast that we shared tonight needed to happen. Somebody needed to hear it. Somebody needed to wake up the way we were able to wake them up, as well as the guys up here in this chat. You know what I'm saying? Everything where I was at was formulated perfectly. There is nothing, from what I understand, being where I was at, nothing, literally nothing, that we are going to run into in our life that isn't going to be presented to us by, air quotes, God. Okay, whatever God is. These situations are put in our lives. Okay, situations, these hurdles, for a reason. There's nothing just by coincidence. After what I learned there, just pay attention to the end of the broadcast, Michelle, and listen to the light at the end. I'll play that for you.
Yeah, and everybody processes grief differently, and you're like, why do I have to put up with this? Why, and it makes you question. It makes you go through, and when it hits a lot at once, I feel for that, because you're lucky if you lose your mom and then you've got a few years and you lose your dad and then you've got a few years, or maybe you lost your grandparents when you were in high school and you've had time to grieve. And that's a lot to ask of anybody. It really is, but you've got to allow yourself to know it's okay to grieve. It's okay, because we're the ones left behind, but they wouldn't want you to waste your life living in the past for them. You still got to move forward. You have a job to do. So you got to hold on to that memory and hold on to that love. And the fact that they were in your life, and cherish that, and still find a way to move on and still keep them in your hearts, but give yourself that time to feel whatever you're going to feel.
Sure.
There is absolutely nothing wrong. We're human. We're supposed to grieve. We're supposed to love. We're supposed to live. Have all the emotions.
Right.
And you're going to go through all these things. And so unless you're like me, where if you listen, okay, it's just, I can't explain it. Maybe it's because the whole hybrid thing, I don't know. Maybe a certain part of me was shut off when that happened. And I'm kind of grateful for it, because it allows me to concentrate on my job. And I'm not emotionally attached. So it doesn't matter. So that part is weird. But I used to be a very emotional feeling hyper feeling like always old, always the grandma. I took care of everybody. I was always the caregiver. I was always hyper caregiver, like hyper focused on it.
Right.
And I was like the mama hen. I was like, sure, I'll raise your 5 kids for you. Sure, you can have them, and I'm the one stuck right. Sure, I didn't even know how to say no.
Right.
I thought that would get my family to love me if I did everything they wanted me to do. That wasn't the point. I never learned how to set boundaries. I never learned all these different things. So once I figured that out, and when whatever happened to me, maybe they got rid of the weaknesses that I had that prevented me from doing what needed to be done. So I don't feel, and I'm actually kind of grateful that I don't have that level of emotion anymore, because I was too emotional, and maybe they just balanced it out. And I'm saying I don't know who they are. I'm just clarifying that point. But you're a very emotional feeling guy, and you care deeply and you love deeply, and you would do anything to defend. I would do the same for my son, but I don't necessarily feel that way deep down in the very tiptoes of my being. Does that make sense?
It does.
It's like, you're my kid. I love you. I would take a bullet for you. I don't necessarily feel that love. So I count that as a blessing. That's just how weird I am. I count it as a blessing. It allows me to do my job. You, on the other hand, have a different job. What you do in your profession, you have that overwhelming love and empathy and compassion and understanding, yet you have that righteous anger. You have that, all those emotions, and that comes across in the broadcast, and that connects with the people. You know what I mean? You emotionally connect with a lot of people, and from your heart.
I can tell you it sucks.
I know, but that also is authentic. That's real. You have all the feelings: anger, hate, love, joy, sorrow. But this allows you to relate to who you're talking to. And then you can relate to who's in the audience as well, who's in the chat box, and you can empathize with them, and you can instantly connect. And I've seen you do it, so you can't tell me you haven't done it.
I haven't
I've seen
done
you
it.
do it.
I've never done it.
You have to shut up. I've seen you get right in there and have heart to hearts with people.
I do.
That you just saw a comment and you dive deep.
I do.
And it's because you have attached to that person's energy, and it's a give and take. And you're helping them. And that's a gift. And that is, not everybody has that gift. So, I mean, it's just, it's not easy either which way. It's not that any one way is better, but that's why I say it's got to really matter what your job is in the bigger scheme of things. What are you focused on? What do you feel your mission is? What's your mission? And a lot of people are figuring out what their missions are, and you're going to find your personality matches exactly your mission.
We are here to fuck shit up.
Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah, and it's like I always tell people, don't hurt my feelings. I'm a delicate flower. And that's always the reaction I get too. Everybody always laughs when I say, don't hurt my feelings. I'm a delicate flower.
Oh, man.
And they're like, yeah, whatever. Okay.
Oh, my.
So every single person is valid in their views, and if somebody doesn't believe what we've been talking about, they're just not ready to hear it yet.
I agree.
And that's going to suck for them, because there's no more time. And I keep saying that, and I keep saying that. I said, there's just not time. I'm going to force it on you, and whether you accept it or not is up to you. But y'all better wake up, because we're done.
Yeah.
We're done. There's no more time to F around. you're going to F around and you're going to find out, and it's not going to be pretty for you. If you are walking around with your blinders on and you're not going to accept that because it's too ugly and it doesn't go with your love and light beliefs, you're doing yourself a disservice. And on the other hand, if you're filled with so much hate and everything else, and you're living on the dark side, and you can't even love your neighbor, not even a little bit,
that ain't no good either.
That's no good either. So this is where balance comes in. And when you are able to take both of those and put them together, you're still human. You're still going to screw up. You're still going to make mistakes. You're still going to make bad choices because you act first, don't think about it, and jump right in. Gee, I'm sounding like a personal experience there.
You sound like a mom. You sound like my mom.
I sound like I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt.
Right.
Because we all do that. We all have done it at one point or another. That's called being human. But what really helps is if you find your mission, you know what qualities you need to really amplify and amp up to do your mission well. If you're a love holder, if you're here to bring peace to the world, you are going to be amazing at that. There's those of us that have to go into those dark places. That's our job. I wouldn't want somebody who's concentrating on light and love and getting the world to a better place to have to do what I do. I wouldn't want that for that person because that messes you up.
It does.
And if you're not prepared for what you discover, you're never the same again. So each person's role is crucial to make it all work as a collective. And I don't know why I'm harping on this because somebody needs to hear it. But every single role, no matter how small you think it is, you are needed and you're important to the whole of every single person on this planet. Because nobody can do it alone and we have to do it together. And it's crucial. But it's also crucial for you to understand that as many people that there are in this world is how many beliefs. There is never going to be a person, two people with the same exact belief, ever.
Nope, never.
And people need to accept that fact. Need to, because I don't care if you and I are identical, there's going to be one little point I'm not going to agree with. And there's going to be one little point about me you're not going to agree with because you don't have the same viewpoint or the same experiences to back up what I already know to be true. And I know it to be true for me.
Right.
You don't know it to be true for you because you haven't experienced it.
This is what makes us unique. This is why it's okay to have a perspective to your own likeness.
Itchy nose.
Right.
Itchy nose, confirmation. Itchy nose.
All right, Miss Michelle, I'm going to jump over here with you, wrap this thing up at 2 hours and 15 minutes. Oh, sorry, 2 hours and 20 minutes down. But you've already said something really, really good. So, I mean...
Well, I want to give a little bit more.
Okay.
Don't lose heart. Keep the hope. It's going to get ugly. And I'm trying like hell to prepare you guys. But you have to do the work yourself. But it's going to be all right. This has to happen. What's coming is going to be super duper scary. It's going to be super duper ugly. And it's like the world is going to stand still. But we've been waiting for this. We've been preparing for this. You have been getting ready for this emotionally, physically, spiritually. And you're going to be okay. You're going to be... We want this to happen. Do you want the world to continue as it is? Thank you.
No, Mama. No.
That part. So just gird your loins. You're going to be all right. Know it's going to get bumpy. Know it's going to get ugly. But make sure to keep your heart space in the right place. And you're going to be fine. Don't lose your faith. If you pray, pray hard. If you talk to your creator, whoever that is, talk to him hard. ground yourself. Know who you are. And by all that's holy, sharpen your discernment, because it's going to be real. You're not going to know what's real or fake, and that's already been like that. But what's coming with this disclosure is going to be even more hard. You've got to learn to trust yourself, and you're more capable than you realize. Exactly.
I don't even...
Christian said it. Change.
Well, change is the only constant in this.
Exactly.
Play. It's very hard. All right, dear heart, you hang in there, okay? I'm gonna share
Love you guys.
I'm going to share my audio with you, okay? So.
Yeah, send it to my messenger too.
I didn't. It's not.
Can you?
It's not downloadable yet.
Ah.
I haven't. I'm not done with my album. I've got three other songs to make, 3 other songs to create, and then I will be done.
Okay, I love you guys. Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome. All right, Michelle, sit back, quiet, listen. Everybody, I'm gonna wrap this up with her right now. I'm gonna tell you guys on my way out of here. Listen. What she said is absolutely true. I seen it in the audio chat as well. Miss Kristen Harding, change. Michelle Noble said it too. We wanted this, did we not? We wanted this. This is truth. Okay, this is truth. This is a collective truth. You've got some of the. You heard me earlier say we watched these people growing up. Like I said, destroyed my wife with Betty White. Are you kidding me? All of these people that we've, Gomer Pyle, you name it, Gomer Pyle, right? Who'd have thought? All of these people that we've loved and watched. How could they do this? Again, change. We didn't want nothing other than the truth. We cried for it for a long time. So again, with what Michelle said, with what Miss Kristen Harding said, we got it. We got it dropped in our lap. So just pay attention what's going on, and I'm gonna share my song with you, Miss Michelle, as well as everybody else on the way out of here. Again, this is hope, okay? The light, there's a light at the end. I assure you, there's hope, there's light, there is a light. You've got to trust, you've got to have faith. So Michelle, I know you can still hear me. I love you. Thank you again for being with me, and coming at you. Hear me? It's called Light at the End, my dear. Good night, everybody. Thank you, Michelle.
Fought the dark days, hidden the shadows, but now I'm standing.
Good night, everybody. Leg it up.
Battled the demons, thought I was through, but there's a new dawn, hope anew. Light at the end, life's worth living. Hold on, my friend, keep on giving. Feels like a circle, round and round, but trust in